Today I want to talk about dragging features and copying features in part and assembly environments. So we're going to start in the part environment, and I have this this part is just a thin piece with this one boss extrude right here that's two directions. So to be able to do this, we want to make sure Instant 3D is selected, and this allows us to actually move around these features. So if you just left click and drag, you can move this feature as long as it doesn't have any dimensions that fix it in this location. So if I had a dimension between this line and this line, then I wouldn't be able to do this as easily. You can also copy features and move them. If you hold Control before you click and drag and then let go, it will actually copy that feature over. And you can do this as many times as you want. Now, let me show you how to do this in. So you can actually move these between different parts. So let's say I wanted to put one of these features on this part. So if I hold down Control, click, and I drag, I can actually bring this over here. Now this allows us to move features in between different parts. Now I'm going to go over to this one and show you about this slot. So you can also do this with any other feature like a fillet. You can hold Control and drag and move it over like that. Now the difference with this one is this slot is actually fully defined. So I've got 0.3 against this edge and 1 inch to this edge, and so this is fully defined. So I'm going to show you what happens when we actually drag this over here. So it's going to give us this confirmation. So we have a couple options. We can either delete the relations and just add new ones, or we can dangle them. So I'm going to choose dangle and continue ignoring error. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now it's going to be like, oh hey, these dimensions on this part are on this feature are just not right. So if we go in here and edit the sketch, we can actually take this red dot right here. If we click the dimension, we can take this red dot, click and drag it to the edge that we want to use for it, and release. And now it allows us to do that. We'll do the same one over here, and I'm going to choose this edge. Okay, now I'm just going to replace these dimensions to what they were before. So 0.3, this was 1 inch, and now it is fully defined, no errors. And that's how you you copy features and with relations as well. Now I want to show you a little bit about folders. Now I have this big assembly. This is assignment 1, and as you can see, I have just everything out in the open right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything in this this kind of gear assembly with the motor, and I'm going to put it into a folder. So I'm going to go in here and say, let's see, let me find everything. So let's do big gear, small gear, this plate, do the stepper motor. Let's see, what else do we have here? This pin, I'll leave the bar out of it. Get this pin, retaining rings, another retaining ring, and then I've also got some screws, and I just totally messed that up. Let's do this again. So we'll do this, the motor mount, the gears, the pins, external ring, external ring, external ring, external ring, and then we'll go into the screws. And I'm just holding down Control to select multiple things at once. And then I believe there's two more in the bottom here. Yeah, here they are. Okay, now if I right click, I can say add to new folder. We can name this gear box assembly. Alright, and now if we open this, we see all the different parts that are inside this gear assembly. So this is really good for organization. We can also make a folder inside of a folder. So let's say I wanted to do all of these screws and retaining rings. I can do this. And add to new folder. We name this screws. And so this is an example of a nested folder. So this is for even more simplification of if you have a assembly that has a ton of different parts inside of it. So it's just easy for organization. Now here I wanted to show you that you can also do the folders in a part environment. So if I select, let's see, what do we have here? Like if I want to do the holes, if I want to put them in their own folder, I can do add a new folder. Can I reorder, change your file? Okay, yes, that is fine. So what we can do is actually select like these two and do add a new folder and add this to a folder, base. And in here we have these two items. So this allows us for more organization inside here. We can also rename the folder if you just right click and do rename tree item, and you can do bottom, something like that. So that allows you to rename folders as well.